Hello students, I hope you are fine and doing well in your studies. Students, here I am going to take a doubt solving video on listening and it is applied English. Students, in my previous video, I have given an assessment task for you. Based on that assessment task, I am going to have a doubt solving video especially for you, and there are total 10 questions that we are going to discuss what answer should be and why the particular answer I have written on the board, why not the different answer. There are total 3 questions that I have written on the board, and it is all multiple type of questions. Students, this is applied English listening and it is video number 19. Students, this is Saraswati Shishukunj-Borsad and I am going to take a doubt solving video of the assessment task of the previous video. Students, I am going to do listening along with you and you are going to do listening for the second time. And you write your answers in the answer sheet and then we will check how many answers that you got correct. Students, now without delay, I am going to play a listening track for you. You can see only the questions. I have written the options as well. Try to get good answers, that means do listening very well and attentively and get all 10 questions correct. Then after this listening part, I am going to take a session of doubt solving and there we will discuss what answer should be. Without delay, students, now start listening and I am going to play a listening track for you. And the listening track is here.
Part 3 and Part 4. Now look at Part 1.
Part 1.
You will hear a conversation between a dental receptionist and a patient. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 6. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 3.
Hello, Mr. Budley. Is that your treatment finished for today?
Yes, I've just had the X-ray for now. The dentist asked me to make another appointment to have one out, and then to get my teeth cleaned.
OK, let's have a look at what's available. I've got a couple of free slots next week on the 16th. That's the Wednesday. Monday and Tuesday are completely full, I'm afraid.
Isn't there anything sooner than that? I'm in a lot of pain. Nothing this week?
I'm afraid not. We're very busy this week. One of the dentists is away on holiday, so we're a little short-staffed. If someone cancels, I'll give you a call. But for the time being, shall I book you in for the 16th? We have a free slot at 1:30 and another one at 3:30.
OK. Can you book me in at 3:30? Let me make a note of that. Oh, hang on. I can't make 3:30. I've got a meeting at 4 and I'll never get back in time. It'll have to be 1:30.
6.
Right, that's booked for you. Now, the extraction will be £90 and the X-ray is £20, so that's £110 altogether. How would you like to pay? Cash or cheque? I'm afraid we don't take cards.
I'll pay by cheque, thanks. If it's OK, I'll pay for the X-ray now and the rest at my next appointment, just in case I have to cancel for any reason.
That'll be fine. Just to let you know, we need at least 24 hours notice if you have to cancel, otherwise there's a £10 fee.
So, the cheque, who shall I make it payable to?
Sinclair Dental Surgeons. That's SINCLAIR.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 7 to 10. Now listen and answer questions 7 to 10.
While I'm here, I was wondering whether you had any information about dental insurance. I think my teeth are beginning to show signs of age, and I might need a lot more treatment.
There's a company we work with. Here's one of their leaflets. Their prices are very competitive, and the cover they offer is similar to that of most other companies. They pay up to £650 a year for dental treatment, and you can add your wife and children to the plan whenever you want with their family cover plan. This gives you a generous discount compared to individual plans.
Thanks. It looks interesting.
And they offer interest-free monthly payments too. There's a telephone number you can call for more information.
Thanks. I'll take it home and have a closer read. Will I be able to claim for the treatment I'm having now?
Any treatment you have after your membership starts will be covered, so if you're quick, you might get the cost of work next week covered.
Thanks again. Well, I'll see you next week then.
That is the end of part 1.
You now have half a minute to check your answers.
Students, you can hear a conversation between a dentist receptionist and a patient. And a dentist receptionist asks the patient, is the treatment finished for today? And the Bartley, that means the name of the patient, Bartley, replies, no, I need to take one more appointment that the doctor told me, and I need to get my teeth clean. And the dentist receptionist replies, okay, let me check it out. What are the days available to have an appointment? And Monday and Tuesday may not be possible. I am afraid that these days are full of appointments. On 16th, that means next week, it is on Wednesday. Do you think it is possible? And Bartley says, because there is much pain in my teeth and I can't make it. Can we have sooner than that? So, what is the answer? The answer is Wednesday. Why Wednesday? Because these 2 days are full of appointments, and there is no any other day available. So it is Wednesday. But Badly asks, is there any appointment? That means, is there any sooner date that you can give me? But there is no particular day. So what is the answer? The answer is Wednesday. If you have been listening very attentively, you get the correct answer. Okay. Now let's move to the second answer. The patient has to wait for an appointment because, okay. Now here there are a lot of options. All 3 options are being said, but you need to stick to only one option. Okay. Now the patient has to wait for an appointment because why? The surgery is closed for a day. No. When you have done listening very carefully, one of the dentist has gone for holiday. Okay. So here surgery is closed for holiday. The option is contradictory. Okay. So this option cannot be. Why? Because one of the dentists has gone for holiday. It is not talking about surgery. So first option is completely wrong. A dentist has cancelled some appointments. Okay. The second one. There are fewer dentists available. And the last one, a dentist has cancelled some appointments. Now here it is a present perfect tense, students, and we are talking about future. So this is the last option also cannot be. Why? Because we are talking about a present, and Bartley has to take an appointment about future. So last option cannot be because it is present perfect tense. Now there are fewer dentists available. So what is the right answer? The right answer is there are fewer dentists available. Okay, but in order to make you confused, they have written the wrong options. Okay, but in the conversation they speak about holiday, so it does not mean that you need to stick to the first option. Why? Because one of the dentists has gone for holiday. It is not talking about surgery. Okay, let's move to the last question, students. The patient books an appointment at. Now when there are times are given, 1:30, 3:30 or 4:30. Okay, when the dentist receptionist asks you what is the suitable time, okay, we don't have a particular time because full of appointments. Now the dentist receptionist asks to the patient, is it possible to make it 3:30? And Bharti says, yes, let me note down in my diary at 3:30. And immediately, the patient replies, no, may not be possible for me because I have some work, and that's the reason that I can 1:30 if it is possible. So what is the option? The option is 1:30. Students, in order to make you confused, in the beginning in the conversation you can hear that 3:30 and it is fixed, but he says, no, sorry, I can't make it possible at 3:30, maybe 1:30. So at the last you hear the correct answer, that is 1:30. Students, that means you don't have to be in a hurry when you write answers in your answer sheet. What you need to do, you need to listen at the last of the conversation where it ends. Okay, students, so this is all about 3 questions we have completed. Now we are going to move to questions number 4, 5, 6. Students, now we are going to check questions 4 to 6, and there is always an instruction, no more than 2 words or a number. Okay. Now the extraction is 90 pound and the X-ray is total 20 pound. So what is the answer? The answer is 20. And the dentist receptionist says that total 110 pound. And how would you like to pay, by check or by cash? I'm afraid we don't take any cards. And Bartley replies, okay, some of the payment I would like to give cash, and I will give the remaining, I will give when I take the next appointment. Okay. And Bartley says, if I cancel any appointment or something, then the dentist receptionist replies, if you cancel, you need to give a notice 24 hours before. So, okay, what answer should be? 24. If you have written only number, then correct, students. Why? Because in the instruction it is given a number or words. Okay, 2 words. So if you have written 24, correct. So I write here 24. Number and words both correct. Okay. So what is the 24? Ask before that notice has to be given. Okay. Otherwise, a fee of 10 pound is charged. Okay. And the patient replies, whom shall I pay the check? Okay. Checks should be made of Sinclair. Now, what is the spelling? S-I-N-C-L-A-I-R. You can clearly hear S-I-N-C-L-A-I-R. Sinclair Dental Surgery. So students, this we have completed 4 to 6. Now there are remaining 7, 8, 9 and 10 that we will see what answer should be. I hope students you do listening attentively and definitely you get it the correct answer. Okay, now we are going to check questions 7 to 10 that I will write on the board, and then we will discuss what answer should be. I hope students you have understood these questions. Then we will move to the further questions. Now we will see the questions 7 to 10. When you listen this part 7 to 10, I always say what you need to follow the instruction, no more than 2 words. Now students, when the conversation began, the patient asked, I wonder whether there is any dental insurance, and the receptionist asked, okay, yes, there is a company that we work with, and the whole cover is 650 pounds, and the treatment you need to do, that is every year. So here you need to write every year. What is the correct answer? Every year. Okay. And in the beginning, the patient says, yes, my teeth begin to show or signs aging and it requires a lot of treatment. So is there any insurance? So what the correct answer? We cover up 650 pound worth of treatment every year. So the answer is every year. Okay. As we go further, get big discount on insurance cover for the whole. Okay. And the receptionist says yes, there is you can cover for your children, your family, and for your parents. So what is the answer here? The whole family, because it includes the word is not spoken family. But what you need to understand, and the correct answer is family. Why? Because it includes children and parents. And you can pay. Now the word is the interest is charged. So what is the payment? How the mode of payment? The mode of payment would be every month. Okay. So if you have written monthly, then also correct. Or if you have written every month, the word is monthly in the conversation. But if you have written every month, then also correct. So I write two options: every month. Every month. Okay. And when I show, so the cover begins immediately. When the cover begins, you have done listening attentively, you get the after membership. So here after membership. After. If you have written only membership, then also correct. So I write membership. Membership. Okay. So after membership, the cover begins. So students, I hope you have understood 7 to 10 questions. It's very easy. Only you need to do listening very attentively, and that's the reason that you get all questions answers correct. Students, here I complete the doubt solving of this video. I am going to give an assessment task for you. Then you need to check how much you have got. That means I am going to give assessment task after this video of 10 questions. So it is only part 1. You need to do listening attentively and you need to check your answers. I am sending a PDF of the answer key the next week, and you need to check, and whatever answers that you get wrong, we have doubt solving in the next video. Students, I hope you will get it correct answers by following this strategy.
1, Part 2, Part 3, and Part 4. Now look at Part 1.
Part 1.
You will hear a conversation between a clerk at the inquiries desk of a transport company and a man who is asking for travel information. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 5. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 5.
Good morning, Travel-Link. How can I help you?
Good morning. I live in Bayswater and I'd like to get to Harbour City tomorrow before 11 a.m.
Well, to get to Bayswater...
No, I live in Bayswater. My destination is Harbour City.
Oh, sorry. Right, so that's Bayswater to Harbour City. Are you planning to travel by bus or train?
I don't mind, really. Whichever option is faster, I suppose.
Well, if you catch a railway express, that'll get you there in under an hour. Let's see. Yes, if you can make the 9:30 a.m. express, I'd recommend you do that.
Great. Which station does that leave from?
Helendale is the nearest train station to you.
Did you say Helensvale?
No, Helendale. That's Helendale.
What's the best way to get to the Helendale station then?
Well, hang on a minute while I look into that. Now, it seems to me that you have two options. Option 1 would be to take the 7:06 bus from the Bayswater Shopping Centre to Central Street. When you get there, you transfer to another bus which will take you to the station. Or the second option, if you don't mind walking a couple of kilometres, is to go directly to Central Street and get straight on the bus going to the train station.
OK, which bus is that?
The 792 will take you to the station.
I guess the walk will be good for me, so that might be the better option. What time do I catch the 792?
There are two buses that should get you to the station on time, one just before 9 o'clock and one just after. But look, at that time of the morning it might be better to take the earlier one, just in case there's a traffic jam or something. The 8:55 is probably safer than the 9:05.
Yeah, I don't want to miss the train, so I'll be sure to get on the 5 to 9 bus.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 6 to 10. Now listen and answer questions 6 to 10.
By the way, how much will I have to pay in fares?
Well, you can get a ticket on the bus for $1.80 cash, and you'll need $10 each way for the train. Wait, do you have a travel link card?
No, but I can get one before tomorrow.
OK, well that'll make it considerably cheaper then. The bus will cost $1.50 each way, and the train will be... The train to Harbour City will still cost $10 because you'll be travelling during peak hours in the morning, so no savings there, I'm afraid. However, if you could come back at an off-peak time...
What does that mean?
Well, if you could start your return journey before 5 p.m. or later than 7:30 in the evening...
Actually, I wasn't planning on coming back till at least 8 o'clock anyway.
Oh, in that case, you can make quite a saving if you use your travel link card. You did say you were planning to purchase one, didn't you?
Yes, I'll pick one up later today.
Good. That would mean your return train journey would only cost you $7.15 with your card.
Thank you.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Actually, there is. Do you know if I can use the travel link card on ferries?
If you're thinking of the Harbour City ferries that go back and forth between the North and South Bank, those are the commuter ferries, then yes. A one-way trip costs $4.50, but with your card you'd make a 20% saving and only pay $3.55.
So $3.55 for the commuter ferry. What about the tour boats?
You mean the tourist ferries that go upriver on sightseeing tours? No, they only take cash or credit card. They're not part of the Travel Link company.
Oh, I see. I don't suppose you know the cost of a tour?
In actual fact, I do, because I took a friend on the trip upriver just last week. We decided on the afternoon tour, and that was $35 each, but I understand that you can do the whole day for $65.
Thank you. You've been a great help.
My pleasure. Enjoy your day out.
That is the end of part 1.
You now have half a minute to check your answers.